Hey guys, it's Laurel. Today is Saturday, January 4th, and this is FLOSSTUBE number 50. Made it to 50 videos. That's kind of cool. Welcome to my sewing room floor. Today's going to be a WIP parade, so I needed more room, and I didn't want to have a bunch of avalanches, so I just decided to do it from the floor today. So we'll see if I can feel my legs after I sit down for that long. I'm glad you stopped by. If you're new, thank you for coming. If you're returning, I missed you. Glad you're back. Even though it is a WIP parade, I am going to show you a couple finishes. I'm going to show you my haul. Then I'm going to jump into my WIP parade, and I will kind of sprinkle plans within the WIP parade. If there's time left at the end, I might show you some of my kitted items. Excuse me. But I don't know. That's not really in the plan, but we'll just see how much time is left. I am feeling much better. Thank you for everybody that left a comment about my poor, pitiful little cold. The cough is still lingering because it just does that. I don't know. I do think that the acid reflux that I have makes that a little bit worse. So I'm sure y'all wanted a medical update on me, so there you go. But I have my Dr. Pepper and Kleenexes, all the stuff, pause button like I said last time. So we'll just get started. I did tuck a little quilt into my shelf right there because that's another shelf full of fabric, and it was very distracting on the screen. This is my little minion bank that I have. I love minions. I think they're adorable. This is a little sign my mom had made for me one year, Material Girl. I thought that was kind of funny. Some Lori Holt kits right there. And my little Ohio State gnome. I'm sorry, Brenda. I don't think she watches me, but we can still be friends. All right, so let's get started. I want to start with some finishes. So let's do that first. I have 3 finishes. Who would have thought it, right? So in the last video, I had talked about starting this Prairie Stars, and it's this one right here. So I pulled just colors from my stash and a even weave. This is probably maybe a 28. I don't think it's a 27, but here's my finish. I don't know. I'm in a different way, so I don't know which way is better to show you, but there's my finish. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. It will probably be a pillow finish. We'll see. I obviously have time before it needs to be displayed, but I was very, very happy to have that done. Oh, I just love it. And I would stitch this again. It was a fast stitch. I probably did it in, I don't know, 2 or 3 nights or 2 or 3 days because I stitched on it during lunch some too, but it was a lot of fun to do. I really liked it. Prairie Schoolers are just really fun to stitch. Like, I'm not like obsessed with them, but every time I stitch one, I'm like, man, I forgot how fun this is to stitch. I don't know how it is that they do that, but it's amazing. So I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about how we were going to finish the year. We were just, having conversation. And I had said I was going to go back and work on Christmas Garden by Blackbird. And she asked me, she said, well, do you have anything that is close to a finish that you could finish before the new year? And I thought, well, I'm sure I do. And I had a piece in mind, and I went looking for it, and I couldn't find it. But in the search for that, I ran across this one, Try to Mark Well by the Scarlet House. I bought this as soon as it came out. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm stitching it on a piece of something. Hold on, my sticker came off, but I think I put it in the pattern. Hold on. Maybe I'll tell you. Oh no. Oh yes. This is a piece of 32 count Heritage Lugana by Picture This Plus. And I think it's perfect for this piece. I'm very, very happy with this turned out. How this turned out. So my plan is to frame it in a simple black frame. You tell how crooked the piece of fabric was. Oh, I just love it. It is beautiful. This is Tanya. This was inspired by Barry's tomato bags. And I think this name, I think it's somebody in Tanya's family. I feel like I heard somebody say, I didn't read anything in the chart, but I just liked it. So I just left it. I didn't want to rechart anything. So I just did it. Now this is 4-sided stitch, which is the first time I've finished that in a piece. And then there are eyelet stitches in the name. So I'm very happy to have this one done. So thank you, Kim, for the great suggestion to maybe look to see what was in my stash almost as a finish. So since I enjoyed that so much finishing, I said, well, let me just see what else I have close to a finish. So I went digging back through my stash again, and I found the piece I had originally been looking for to finish, which is Wildflowers by Kathy Barrick. The model is stitched on seaweed, I feel like is right, with MPI silks. If you go to Olivia B, she stitched it with the called for, and I think she sells in her shop the little kitted, you know, she'll do the NPIs for just what you need, so it's a little bit cheaper, but hers is really pretty. So I'm doing this on a piece of 28 count Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus. This is the one when it started. I was so upset because I had such a hard time with the fabric, and this is what made me buy magnifiers and change my stitching world a little bit. So this piece is the beginning of a new stitching laurel, I guess you could say. So here's my finished piece. I did mine with the DMC conversion that Kathy provided, and I did not put anything up here. I was going to put the date we moved in our house, but I changed my mind. So I wound up just putting Liberty, which is the town we live in, and my initials. But this is how it turned out. I'm sorry, there's shadows. I have lights on both sides of me, just trying to get some light down here on the floor, but I'm so happy with this. It's so pretty. So pretty. So if you look, I had a friend ask me, so the 4 stars right here, see how this one has the little white doomajiggers around it? This one doesn't. And then at the bottom, these two have the white doomajiggers too. Doomajiggers, that's a technical term. So I had a minute where I was like, maybe I should go back and put the white around that one. But then I was like, no, I think it looks just fine. Love it. Love it, love it. So this one will be also framed in a black frame, maybe a little bit ornate. I don't know, we'll see. But I am this year, I'd said this before, but my mania for this year is going to be Kathy Barrick mania. I have a couple pieces, or a couple charts that I've had forever that I want to start, and then I got another one for Christmas, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, and then since I saw you last, I did have another start. I showed you this in the last video. Oh, Christmas tree. I'm sorry, when I get it closer, it goes dark. But I'm stitching this on this is a scrap of something. It's a linen, a 36 count linen, but I don't, oh wait, I do know what it is. Hold on. No, I do. Do I? Oh, yes. Hold on. I'm so organized. If you're new, I'm like this all the time. There's no script. 36 count vintage homespun. Sorry. I was like, I did have a tag for that. But this is where I am on this one. Sorry for the wrinkles. It has been like carried around everywhere. Maybe if I do that, I can get closer and the light can get it. This is really fun to stitch. I really love how it's turning out. It's going pretty fast. So if you see, I'm up to right here. So I'm about halfway up. But I love this. This is fun. I've had a couple people comment and tell me Renee did, and I can't remember who the other person was, but they did this and they stitched the birds in red. And I was like, oh, I should have done that. But I'm okay with the all in green. And I had said in my last video that I was going to do it with a variegated green. And when I went to look, the variegated greens that I had were not the shade that I was going for, if that makes sense. So I just pulled a DMC out. I'm using 367 as my green. And I love it. I think it's turning out really pretty. So I'm very pleased with this. Okay. So that is finishes and new start since I saw you last. So I'm going to do haul, which just has one quilt item a haul, but I just have to show it to you. And then I'm going to jump into my WIPs. Okay, so let's talk about what Laurel bought for herself. I bought me the Cryonic cord maker. And I have watched Helen D a couple times because I just have. That Christmas tree that I finished last time. So here's the piece. So this is the one I finished last time that I showed you. So I watched her video. I got this because I wanted to do it like the trees. And this is crinkly, I know, and I'm sorry. But I ordered all the big package of. So I have a lot of those. I can make a lot of trees. I may put some of those in my Etsy shop to sell. But I had thought that was how I wanted to finish it, is in the tree. Like I said, I watched her video a couple times, bought all the stuff. And then at Christmas, my mom bought me this frame. So now I'm like, that's cute too, right? I mean, it's really cute in there. So I don't know. Because I also thought this would be a really good pattern to adapt and like put families' names in it. So I thought maybe I could do one as a tree. Maybe I could stitch it again because it didn't take very long. I could stitch it again and maybe put our names in it. Mine and the kids. And my husband, of course. Let's not forget him. That would hurt his feelings. But I could put my family names because there's 4 of us. And I think that would be really cute. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. You like this as a tree or in the frame? Which one do you like? Okay, so let me pile my stuff here. This is kind of nice having all this floor space. These are just labels my mom bought me for your like canisters and stuff. But isn't that cool? Sorry, this is my stack of Christmas stuff when I was getting these. I was like, that's cool. She also bought me this frame, which, sorry for all that glare, I would love to do. Now, I had said before, and you know what happens. I say I don't like something, and then I become obsessed with it. I had said I wasn't into all the bird stitching, but wouldn't one of those really intricate, detailed birds be pretty in this frame? Ooh. Ooh. I do have Beloved, but I'm torn about that. I go back and forth if I want to stitch the whole thing or not, but maybe I could adapt Beloved to go in this. I don't know. That's big dreams. Big dreams. Big dreams. Okay. And then I have had this since my little stitchy group's one-day retreat. And I keep forgetting to show it. It's not because I don't love it. It's just that it's always in the other room. But look at this. Look at this little ore container. My friend Terry made these for all of us. She had them out on the table and she let us pick what color we wanted. And if somebody would have went for this one, I probably would have football tackled them because I love this one. Is that not adorable? So then if you're traveling, you can have your orts in there. You can just fold it up. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not going to fall out anyway because of the material, but oh, I love it. Thank you, Terry, so much. That was so thoughtful. I love it. I love it. I'm very like neutrally boring color kind of me, and this was like, loved it. Okay, and then I got another mini charm square because I have an obsession, so just, it's okay. It's okay. They don't take up much room. I have 2 more in my cart. 2 that are coming. I did get another piece of Lakeside linen. This is a 1/4 yard of cedar plank. I love this color. And I thought, you know, just depending, I'd said I do love 36 right now more than anything else, but I'm not opposed to stitching on other stuff. And if I can get the cedar plank in probably any size, I would get it. I think this is the absolute prettiest color. The prettiest color. I think you could about stitch anything on that. All right. And then, so for Christmas, I'd asked for a couple patterns. In my family, we draw names. And I had 3 patterns on my list. My mom got my name, so she got me 2 out of the 3 because the other one was out of stock. And I don't even remember what the other ones I put on the list. But it was out of stock, whatever it was. But she got me this one. Kathy Barrett, Reindeer Games. I had seen this like on the website and everything before, and I was like, oh, it's okay. But then I saw somebody stitch it and show it in a FLOSSTUBE video. Oh my. Which is another reason I love this time of year, cross-stitch wise, because there's WIP parades galore. I mean, they are out there everywhere, and I love all of them, and I will watch them repeatedly because it's so inspiring. Oh, but that's so pretty. I can't wait to start that. So this will be one of my starts in May for Mania. The other one I got was Bowerbirds. I've seen this stitched on multiple different colors, and they're all beautiful. So I don't know right now. If I had to stitch it today, I would probably do it on brown, but I've seen it on green before, and it's really pretty. I mean, it would be pretty on the cedar plank. I don't know. Oh. But it's just gorgeous. Sorry, I heard a noise. I don't know if it was the dogs or the neighbors, but I think it's the neighbors. And then I got the last chart from Jingle Ball. I mean, you just have to, right? I'm not normally much into the cutesy stuff, but I just love this so much. I can't even stand myself. Merry Meerkats. So cute. And then I got my last kit from the Silver Needle for the stitching circle. And this is Stitcher's Garden by Drawn Thread. Can we talk about this? I love this. I love the Drawn Thread. Love them, love them. So pretty. I did, if you had been wanting to get into this club, they just, maybe yesterday, or maybe I just saw it yesterday. The club is open for 2025, so you can go in and join. I don't know how many spots they have. I don't know how that works. But I love everything I got in the club last year. This one, it always comes with something extra. So this has a little floss conditioner. And it came with the linen and the thread and a needle. And oh, I love it. I love it. I will, every chance I get to be in this club, I will be in this club. It's some of the same designers this time, and there's some different ones. I know, oh, I don't want to speak out of turn, but there's good designers in here. I don't want to say somebody and then they're not in there. Okay, and then the last piece of cross stitch haul. So I did pretty good. I didn't go crazy with cross stitch haul. I had talked about a chart that Heidi with Whips and Kits and Karen with KBH Stitches had both shown, and I had to have it. And I told you I'd ordered it, and here it is. Christmas Tide at Holly House. Is that not stinking adorable? Oh, I love this. I love it. I love those little reindeer on the little snow things. Oh. And it is, so it's kitted with, not kitted, it's not kitted. It is charted with MPI. The model was stitched on 40 count camouflage linen from Stitches and Spice, which I don't know if you can still get that, but the white shows up really good. They used NPI and Belle Swab. It calls for 2 Belle Swabs and 12 NPIs. Ooh. But it's such a good effect. I mean, she does have a DMC conversion, but of course it won't be as pretty as this. So I don't know. That might be something I have to stock up on a little bit at a time. We'll see. Okay. And then the one piece of quilting haul is a present I got from my husband at Christmas. Now, when we went in October on our trip to Pennsylvania, I've talked about it multiple times. It was a great trip. We went to a quilt store. We went to a lot of quilt stores, but this one in particular we went to, and they had this kit. We had already been to a lot of quilt stores. I had already spent a lot of my husband's money, and I saw this kit, and I was like, oh my goodness, I want this so bad. But I was not about to ask him for it because he had really bought me a lot of stuff at that point. So I came back home, and I was like, you know, it's not the end of the world. I have plenty of things to sew. It is fine. My sweet husband looked and looked and looked, and he found somebody that had the kit, the box kit, in California, and he ordered it for me. So he got me Denim and Daisies, Big Tree Company. I love this line. I've talked about it before. I have lots of it. This quilt will be 66 by 72. So it's the kit, has everything for the front and binding, for the top and binding. I'll have to buy the backing. It's set up as a block of the month. Now, if this looks familiar to any of you quilters out there, I did not even make this connection. When I saw it in the Denim and Daisies, I was like, oh my goodness. I want like to make 15 quilts with this orange and blue combination. I never would have thought such a thing would have appealed to me. But it is actually the recolored version of this popular, I think this was like, I can't remember what that fabric line was called. Hold on, does it say right here? All Hallows Eve collection. This was so popular, everybody was doing it. And I thought it was beautiful, but I just never was like, ooh, I'll have to have it. This version I was dreaming about. So, it's set up like a block of the month. I don't know if I'm going to try to do it in that version. I don't know. I have a lot of quilting things on my to-do list, so I don't know. I have to see how this one strikes me. But oh my gosh, it is just beautiful. Beautiful. Good job, hubby. Good job, hubby. He is such a good craft husband. Such a good craft husband. Okay. So now let's get into, let me knock something over. Let's get into, one more thing. Let me talk about one more thing real fast, and then we'll start the WIP parade. Let's talk about blessing sampler. So I've not done a blessing sampler in the past, but a lot of my friends are doing them, and I was like, you know, let me just see what might grab me. So my goal was to find the smallest possible blessing sampler, because you know I'm drawn to big things, and I thought I have so much going on. I did do a version of 12 by 12, which I'll show you as I go through my WIPs. So I got a lot of things started, so I want to find something small to do, but I still want to do one. So this is what I picked. I don't have any fabric picked out. I have plenty of fabric in my stash, so I'll have something here. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to go to our L&S and see what flosses she has to get for this. But I'm doing a piece out of the Ooh La La book, and it is called something French, and then it says a French pincushion. So this is what it looks like. Very simple, but it's just beautiful. It's so pretty. I love this across the bottom, the little checkerboard quilt block looking. So right here is the original. But that's what I'm going to do. This I love too. Oh, this flower. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. All right. So let's get whipping, okay? So I'm going to show you. First, let's talk about 12 by 12 since these are whips. Now I did this little thing. Now, look, in the past, I have not done 12 by 12 because my work schedule doesn't really allow for such a thing. So I decided to do my version of it, which is not how it was set up, but you know, everybody can do whatever they want to do. So I made my list of my 12 projects in my little book, all Plum Street. I made a list of what flosses were needed. Then I looked at the charts, saw what was the color I would need first to start it, went ahead and threaded my needle with that color, picked out all my fabrics, had everything kitted up together. I knew I would not be able to actually start any of them on New Year's Eve because I was at work. I didn't get home till after 6, and then by the time you have dinner and dogs and laundry and all that stuff, there was just no time. I was actually off New Year's Day, which I normally am not, so that was nice to have the day off, but we did spend a chunk of it together with the kids, which was important to us to do. So I only started a few on that day. I think on the first I did 2, 3, 4. I started 5, and it was literally like 10 stitches on each thing. And then Thursday I started 1, and yesterday I started 2. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I still have 4 that are not started. But I'm going to show you what I have. And my thought process is that I will pick one of these each month, finish kitting it from the floss that I have, and I will work on that in that month. And then the next month I will maybe pick another one or maybe finish that one. I don't know. Just kind of depends. So this will be a little crinkly because I don't have separate bags or anything for these. But I started Christmas in the Colonies. I got Mary done. This is on a piece of Monaco that I coffee tea dyed and then sprayed with the antiquing spray. And it just was sitting over there in my little stash, and I was like, you know, at some point you either got to use it or get rid of it, right? And I didn't want to get rid of it. It is, like I said, it's a 28 count, but when I dyed this stuff, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to like boil your fabric. So it's probably really like maybe a 16 count now, somewhere in between. I don't know, but that was one that I did get started. The next start is on a 32 count earthen by Picture This Plus. I started Tired Trio. I love a sloth. Love a sloth. Love a sloth is all I can say. So that's all I got done on this one. I love this fabric. I had bought it for a piece of it for a separate piece that I was going to do. For whatever reason, the 32 count dyes pinker, like more pinkish than the other counts. I thought it was really cute. And I told you my friend Cindy did the giraffe tall treat on some pink, and it got me thinking, like, I need to get that pink fabric out and do it. Now, I did not have the floss for this one, but the other side of this will be labor for learning. I think that will look really good. A lot of pink on pink. I know, Kim. I know. I know you're shaking your head at me right now. But again, when you say you hate something, then you love it just because you say it out loud. Maybe I should say I hate money, and then money will just fall in my lap. I don't know. Let's see what's next. Next, I was able to start. Did I start both these or just one of them? Oh, I couldn't start this one yet because hickory sticks was what I needed for a lot of these as the first starting. And I was like, I have hickory sticks. I do not. So this will be one of my starts, but not yet. So I started Winter Blessings. It's just a little one. That's cute. And I got that far. The white doesn't really like pop on this, but it has red. I don't know if you can tell in the pattern. It has red around that, so I think it'll be okay. And this is on a piece of Cafe au lait. I don't know what I stitched on this, but I cut a big old chunk out of it. I did try to do, when I was going through my bin of fabric, I did try very hard to pick the smaller pieces and not just be chopping into my fat quarters. I think I have one that I started on a fat quarter just because I didn't have that color in anything else. But so next I started Autumn Cottage. And I got, ooh, don't be super impressed. I know everybody wants to be like me. I did that little bitty star. Little bitty. But hey, a start is a start. Can't finish till you start. I say it all the time. And then on the back side of that, I started Sweater Weather. And this is on a piece of, these are both on 32 count Legacy Lugana by Picture This Plus. I do love Picture This Plus, and as you can tell, I went through a phase where I bought a lot of it. A lot of it. I'm just going to flip this around. So this is Olga. Olga's on a mystery linen, but I love it. I mean, I know they stitched it on the white, but I thought she would look really pretty on this dark because I love some dark. I'm sorry, if I film on the floor again, I will work on the lighting a little bit better. But I think you could still see the pieces okay. The next piece, I think this is actually the very first 12 by 12 piece that I did. This is, I'm actually stitching this on a piece of 27 count Linda Vintage Country Mocha. This is Cardinal Ken. And I did pick the brighter version. And this is how far I got. So I just got the start on a leaf. But that should go pretty fast on Linda. I'm sorry for the noise. I didn't get a start on this one either. I have to get the colors, but that was the Sampler House. I have to get the colors, Liberty Lodge, but both of them I have the fabric already. And then the last piece I started was Sergei, because I love him. He's such a pretty bird. Look at him. Look. Oh. And I just got the A. This is the one I pulled a back quarter out. I was like, I'll do him on a lighter color. Just have something on lighter color. So if you remember from the first time I talked about 12 by 12, I did not include the salt boxes. I still have one pattern left to get, and I decided that I would do those, I would start those in a different what's the word I want to use? Like a different program type thing, because I didn't want to just stitch that border, because I am stitching the border on them over and over and over and over and over and over and over. All right, so my next, now I'm going to start on like true just WIPs. Some of these probably look the exact same as you saw them in my WIP parade last year. Some of them have been in multiple, WIP parades, multiple, and probably will be in several more WIP parades. So I hope you're not bored looking at them, but I'm going to go through them and just show you my thoughts and how I feel about them. I do not intend to UFO anything. All of these I do still intend to finish. Pandemic. Now, we all know this has been out for quite a while. We all know tons of people have finished it, and we all know I'm failing miserably. But it's okay, because it's cross stitch. Am I dying to have this hanging on my wall? No, we all know the story about me and my walls. So it's not the end of the world that this is not done. However, I would like to have some progress made on it. So I have decided this is my WIP Go piece, my one and only WIP Go piece for this year. So on my WIP Go board, I have things like days that start with 1, days that start with 2, lunchtime stitching, 2 threads a day, even days, odd days. So when those are picked, and I know that there will be, 2 picked for each month, whichever one will give me more stitching time, that is the one I will pick, or I will do a combination of the 2. And the goal was just to have progress. Not to have a finish, but just to have progress. Oh, hold on, my mom's texting me. Let's see. Sorry, she sent me some old pictures this morning of her when she was a little girl. They're so cute. She had all these perms and everything. It was hilarious. It's so adorable. I love old pictures. I'm stitching this on a piece of 16 count Ren. And this is where I am. I did actually stitch on this one day so far. That's really just, it looked like a thread hanging, but it's really just a wrinkle down the middle. So this is like a very small start for what it is. But I will always have something to stitch, because this will always be out there. But look, that's my giant piece of fabric. So we'll see. I might show it every quarter. I might not show it again until next year's WIP parade. We'll see, but my intention is that it will have some progress the next time you see it. And I do enjoy it. It's not that I don't enjoy stitching it. I just have so many other things going on that it just doesn't get a ton of attention. I'll just flash this real fast because I've showed it quite a lot recently. If you are new to me, I'm just stitching this with several friends that are, I love them to death. This is Red Manor sampler. I'm using the DMCs. And the, where's my, oh, that's right there. And my dilemma on this, if you want to call it dilemma, is will it all fit or will I have to adapt to some? And either way is fine. And I'm sorry for yous that, sorry for yous that watch me all the time and have seen that a ridiculous amount of times. But you're going to see it some more because we're going to do some zooming on this year. Get that done. Ah, I just had a floor version of Avalanche. Next piece, again, if you are, I just showed this in the last video. This is my snow stitch. Let's talk winter. If you're new to me, I have all these, and I will someday finish all of them, but there's winter. So I'm not going to give that a lot of time. Just like I said, the ones that you have seen in recent videos, I'm just going to go through real fast. And God Saw by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this with Phoebe of Moonshine Stitchery and Jan of Hoop It Up with Jan. and that's how far I am. I haven't worked on it since the last video. It's on a piece of 36 count Willow by Be Stitch Me. And again, I am quickly becoming a fan of Be Stitch Me fabric. I really, really like it. Really like it. Oh no. This is what happened. I'll just put that over here and we'll work on that in a minute. I don't know how I did that. Oh, and then I hit you. I'm sorry. Are you dizzy? I'm so sorry. This one with the hands, I'm stitching this with Jim of Stitching Jim. It's her birthday start. We are also going to do some Zooms this year. I have lots of people that I have Zoom-itis that we have to get back to Zooms. I'm not any further than I was last time I showed it to you, but I am stitching it on a much darker linen. This is Brown Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. So it's looking much different than Jim's and from the model, but I just love darker fabric. I just do. So we'll see. I don't think I'll have to change any colors. I think everything will show up on it. But if I do have to change colors, it's not the end of the world. Okay, this is my drawn thread piece that I'm working on. Again, you've seen it recently. Give thanks. Someone posted this on Instagram. Oh man, I can't remember who it was. And she has the table and the chairs and the give thanks. She is working on the specialty stitching up here. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I don't know if you could, you know, hashtags not working like they are. I don't know if you could hashtag it and find it or not, but this is where I am. And I'm just going to pull my own colors. This is my first 40 count piece. This is on 40 count Lakeside Linen Exemplar. It's a scrap that a friend gave me off a piece that she was working on so that I could try 40 count. And oh, Lakeside, love it. Love it. And then this is my birthday start. Rackstraw Hill. I couldn't trick any of my friends into stitching it. I don't know why. It's not at all confetti stitching. There's a lot of confetti stitching. Oh, put something on there. But I love this. It's okay. I don't. If they stitched it, they would probably pass me and hurt my feelings. So now there's no, not that there's competition in cross stitch, but look, oh, it is so pretty and so dainty. Like, I love a house in cross stitch, but I also love some flowers. Love some flowers. So if anybody wants to start this, feel free. You'll probably be done before me. But again, it's okay because this is one I'm just going to enjoy the process. Because again, that is Be Stitch Me, and I really love stitching that. Sorry, my clothes are falling apart here. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay. This one you haven't seen in a while. And hopefully I will find the piece of fabric of linen it's stitched on because it's not in the bag. That concerns me a little bit. So I'm going to just set this to the side and I'll show it to you hopefully in a minute when I run across what bag it's in. This next piece, I do not know why this is not done. I love this so much. I saw this on, I don't know why I always do the Calculated Stitcher. I was like, I watch her all the time. Hannah Hetherington. I've done this version and shown it multiple times. I'm doing this version. I'm stitching it on a piece of 32 count linen. I don't even know if I know who the linen is by. But I just have the littlest start. But oh, I love everything about this. It is so pretty. Now, do I wish it was on 36 instead of 32 at this point? Yes. But I'm not starting over. I know a lot of people do that, but I'm still okay. Like I said, I don't dislike it. And sometimes I need a different count because, you know, my eyes are tired or the lighting's not as good, or just, you know, when you're in a different mood, then you can just have something else and it's fine. But this one I am stitching with dinky dyes. I did splurge for the silks for that. So I would say hopefully I can get back to that soon, but you know, it's a WIP parade, and we said that about absolutely everything, right? That's just the known. From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. I love this. I want, or do I own it? I can't remember. I might own the bigger version of this, or it might be on my wish list. Isn't that bad? I can't even remember. But I have a little pitiful start on this. This linen is 36 count gray by Weeks Dye Works, and I really love it too. That's a fan favorite for me. I literally worked on that one evening for, I don't know, a couple hours. Then this one is in here. This would really be, I need to put this in my kitted stuff. But I'm going to show it to you because I love this. Look at this. Look at those. Yeah, look at that big pile of mess. Look at these colors. They're pretty. Oh. I'm going to put this over here so I can put it with my kitted stuff. Next. Oh, this chart is so beautiful, and I have struggled so much with this. Teresa Kogut in Command. I'm stitching it on a blue piece of Mystic Ada. I think that's right. I think that's the name of it, Mystic. It has, this wing over here is just killing my eyeballs. But her stuff is so pretty when it's done, and I am determined. This will be done at some point in my life. I don't know when, but it will be done. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And I love Teresa Kogut. If you're new to me and you don't know that, I'll just fill you in. I think she is such a great designer. Such a great designer. We're approaching halfway, if we're not halfway. So, Plum Street. Live on Little. Beautiful, beautiful charts. I'm stitching this on a piece of 20 count Ada. And I have to tell you, the 20 count Ada to me is harder than stitching on 40 count linen. I know it's the same count, but it's harder for me. But it's coming along. This is one I'll get out and stitch. Oh, sorry. And for a couple nights and then put back up. This is going to be gorgeous when it's done. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fold my stuff up a little bit different than how it was, so for creases and whatnot. This one I love. This is A Joyful Purpose by JBW Designs. It says, joy and work for labors all. Make the work and effort small. So pretty. My problem with this one is the size of this chart. I know I can go blow it up, but I just don't think about taking it to work with me and blowing it up, and it just, I don't know. It's pretty. It's going to be done. It looks like it's red, but this is actually stitched with pinks. And this I'm stitching on a 36 count Winter Moon. Winter Moon. I was making cards at one point with all my information on it, but I fizzled out on that. You know, that's what we do sometimes. We fizzle out on stuff, and it's okay. But that's where I am. It's pretty. This has... There's 2 colors up here in this scroll already. It kind of looks solid from a distance, but it is a little bit of difference. But it's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. And then this one, Brenda Gervais. She's another favorite of mine. Rejoice Evermore. It's been a bunch of people finish this. I'm dragging my feet, and I think it's because of my choice of fabric, but it's okay. So this is a 32 count something. I don't know, a 32 count something, and I'm stitching it 2/2. It's pretty. It's just very white. Very white. So when it's done, it will be gorgeous, but I just don't enjoy stitching on white. But again, when your eyes are tired. I mean, I don't intend to UFO it or start it over or any of that. I'm just not going to. Sorry, I will notice on my computer. Okay, and then there was every chart that was going to defeat me. It would be this one, but I refuse. I refuse to let it defeat me. And a forest grew because the end result is just stunning. Stunning, stunning. Hold on just a second. Okay. Well, I paused that to answer a phone call, and then I stopped it. So I have to do some editing that I haven't done in a while, so we'll see how that works out. Oh, but this is Anna Forest Grew. I'm stitching this on a 16 count Aida. And look, it's just pretty. It's pretty, pretty, pretty. So, one day, it will be done. It will be done. Okay, so let me just resituate a couple things. Oh, I can't believe I stopped that video. I hate to edit. Alright, now let me shift over to the other side of what I have here. So, what I thought I might do for next year is every quarter I want to do a different rotation. So for the first quarter, I've decided that since I really enjoyed so much getting some stuff finished that was close to a finish, that's what I'm going to concentrate on the first quarter. So these first pieces are what I would like to keep in some kind of rotation for the first quarter, which will work out good because January, February, March, April, and then May comes. And then after Mania, June, July, August, I could do a second rotation of something, and then Sampler September comes. And then October, November, December, I could do like a different, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my breakdown of that. But this one is very close to a finish. This is Charlotte Murdoch, the Scarlet House. This I'm stitching on a piece of, I think it's 28 count wheat Lugana. You can see all the letters are done. I just have the dogs and the bottom part, which this has, I think the little dogs are over 1. So I'm doing the, oh, I was going to say DMC, but there is no DMC. Oops. So I guess I am using called for colors on this. So that I hope to show you sometime this year as a finish. We'll see. The next one, this thing has haunted me. But again, I won't be defeated. We're still, you know, in wintry mode, so I could get this finished. It's too far in to desert it. And I do, I want to learn to do a flat fold. And this is the piece that I intend to use as my first flat fold. This one you've seen recently. I did some work on it not too long ago. Simply Spring, because, you know, it's freezing cold outside. We might get snow tomorrow, so why not pull out a spring piece? The drawn thread, because the drawn thread is amazing. This is on the called for linen and called for floss. Once I get the house in, that will like have me motivated. I'm sorry, that's kind of far away. So that will be also hopefully worked on in the first quarter. This is oh, I have two pieces in here. So this one is the one that I would like to work on in the first quarter. White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrett. Tons of people have finished this. Super pretty, super pretty. This is one I am doing on a, I'm sorry, I know that was loud. I know that's loud. This is on a 20, I'm sure this is a 27 count because the stitches are really big. This is on a 27 count over 2. And it's really not quite halfway done, but I don't know, I want to have it done. I love how the white pops on this. It's a good white for this. And then it shares a bag with Quaker Pumpkins, which is not one that I intend to do in the first quarter, but since it's a WIP parade, I'll show it since it's got to it. This is on a piece of 16 count Ada. And I'm changing the wording to Autumn Harvest, and it's taken me 112 years. I don't know why. I love it. It's pretty. I think I get tricked because I get to fall and think, oh, I have all this time to stitch fall, but fall is the shortest season ever, so you think you have time, but you really don't. Oh, this one. Yeah. This is in the Heart Remembers book. I love everything in here. Everything. I'm stitching. It's not that big of a book, Laurel. Should be able to find this. Anniversary happiness to you, dear friend. This is stitched on a 32 count something or other. Oh, Heritage. I do love this Heritage. Now, the difference is on the piece I showed you finished. Sorry, I know you didn't want to see the top of my head. The piece I showed you finished, this is 1/2, okay? This one I'm stitching 2/2. And it's killing me. It is absolutely killing me. Let me see if I can get them both held up so you can just see the difference in what the stitches look like. it just makes a big difference. In the finished product. So I wish I had done this 1/2, but it will still be beautiful and I will still finish it. Okay, so that is my a plan of some kind of rotation for the first, from January through April till we get to Mania. This one may or may not be in that first little bit of rotation, a Redbird sampler. It's not very big, but I'm not super far along, so it's kind of iffy. But the problem is I really like it. I really want to do it. This is on a, I think this is a 32 count. Yeah, a 32 count even weave of some kind. And I'm using the call for, I think, yes, call for colors. So pretty. So pretty. I love this little berry basket. Okay. Next. There's another, I can't show you the picture, but I know you, I know what it looks like. This is Serendipity that I've been working on for way too long. But it's pretty. The end result is so pretty. You put a white frame around this, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. That is on a piece of 16 count navy Ada, I think. No defeat. No defeat. We will not be defeated by cross stitch. I don't do a word of the year, but if I did, maybe that would be my word, undefeated. I will not be defeated. Let Love Rain, Teresa Kogut. Gorgeous. Oh, so gorgeous. Pete, oh, for Pete's sake, he started a FLOSSTUBE video. Y'all should go watch him. He's really good. He just needs to smile more. Cross stitch is happy. But he does beautiful, I mean, beautiful work. Beautiful. So this is where I am. I just love this. Every time I get out, I just love it. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty. And I may, as part of one of my, just speaking of the different, sections of the year, I had thought maybe one section I might work on my BAPs, or one portion of time I might start my unicorn charts that I have, or maybe one section will be, maybe I just do one section where I'm just focusing on my 12 by 12. Maybe I do one section that is, I don't know, a certain designer. I don't know. I have so many ideas for this kind of rotation, but I decided to do several different rotations because I find out that I burn out just trying to do the same rotation through the entire year. So that's why. Next is Jane Thompson by the Scarlet House. Yes, I love the Scarlet House. I do. I bought this through the Homespun group. Oh, that was a correction. I bought this through the Homespun group, kitted. Sorry. And this is where I am. The border on this is just lovely. Lovely. I love it. So this will be a long process, but I don't care. I love her. I love her. She is so pretty. And then it looks like something else is in here. Oh, and then also in here is another Scarlet House. This was also an exclusive, but I don't think it was through Homespun. I can't remember. Mary Finley. This is, this was kitted with Mason linen. Oh, I am so sad that you can't get Mason linen anymore, but oh, this is a dream to stitch on. An absolute dream. So if any of you out there have Mason linen that you don't want, you need to let me know, and I will gladly take that off your hands. Because, oh, love it, love it. Oh, wait a minute. I got in the wrong bag of stuff here. Had more. Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Sorry. It's my world, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, this piece I love. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot, guys. I'm an absolute idiot. This is a kitted. I just have the floss for this. I have not started this one. This is the one I was thinking of that I thought I had lost. I started this one, not that one. Quaker's Hometown. I had bought both these. They're the same designer. I'll put this back here with my kids. They're the same designer. Oh. But this is the one I had started. Okay, now I feel better because I was having I was like, no, I could not have lost that. I have so much done. Well, not so much, but this is on something beautiful. 36 count bramble. I love this color. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. The modeling is beautiful. Just beautiful. Love it. Love it. So definitely want to get back to that. That's why, and maybe I could do a section with just Quakers, because I have a lot of Quakers. Oh my. Next is, should I already have this one done? Yes. Caroline Amelia Trowell. This is so pretty. And I just can't. I don't understand what my struggle is here. But I just can't seem to, I get it out and I just can't make any progress. I feel like I stitch on this for a pretty good bit when I get it out, but I'm just not. I think it's the house. I think once I get the house done, I'll feel much better about it. But look at all those creases. Obviously, she has been in a bag way too long. She must come out. She must come out of the bag. Okay. Next is Christmas Garden. It is out of the Home for the Holidays book. So pretty. This is one of the, I had 4 that I started at the beginning of the year that I was like, oh, I'm going to get these done by the end of the year. The end of some year. Here it is. Pretty. One year I might be that person that irons everything before the WIP parade, but it obviously is not this year. Oh, this is just such a beautiful chart. Beautiful. It's only 4 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors. And it's a dream to work on. Just a dream. This, I love Fanny's flowers. I really love some quirky flowers. I want to do some of the starts that I want to. I don't own the charts, but I want to do Vintage Birds and Vintage Flowers by Jeanette Douglas. I just love me some funky flowers. I love them. This is the one I was having dilemmas about some of my floss not showing up, and I got great suggestions from all y'all. So when I get this back out, I will, I hope to make pretty good progress on it. Okay. This is another I have loved since the minute I saw it and can't seem to make progress on it. Floral Motif Sampler. I think Brenda, oh, I was hurting my legs. I think Brenda is the first one I saw that finished this, and I was like, oh, I have to have it. And then Annie, the proper stitcher, stitched it, and I was like, oh, I have to get back out and work. I have to get back out and work. So every time somebody gets this out and shows it, makes me want to pull it out and make progress. So I need everybody, every floss tuber that watches me, I need you to, if you're working on this, get it out and show it, so that when I watch you, I will be motivated. This is on a 32 count even weave of some color that I know not. Do I have a card? Put it on here. 32 count limestone Lugana. Oh, hello, beautiful. Oh, so pretty. This had to have been so much fun to design. So much fun. But the whole border's done. I just need to get my flowers filled in. That's all. That's all. It's fine. This one, the colors in this are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Laura with Brenda, the Serial Starter, has finished this. She has, right? She finished it. Yeah. It's beautiful. I'm using the called for colors, but I have a different linen than what it's called for. Mine is a little bit darker. I have a pitiful little start, but one day it will be a finish. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I love this. I mean, just look. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I feel like there's some that I should have gotten to by now that I have not. Dwelling Place, Teresa Kogut. If y'all watched me any through this past year, you're probably sick of looking at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I was stitching this. This was our Thanksgiving start, not this past year, but the year before, with Phoebe and Jan. Jan is done. I'm not. Phoebe, are you done? I can't remember. Oh, look at that big fold right there in the middle. That looks terrible. Oh, just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite stitches. I would say this is in my top 10, if not top 5. Let's refold that and get that little crease out there. That looked terrible. Oh, I don't know where this will hang, but this one will be one I will push to get hung up somewhere. My husband is about to start getting his office lined up and organized. We've had some stuff for it forever, and he ordered a picture, y'all. He ordered a picture to hang on the wall. I was so proud of him. It came yesterday, so he's all gung-ho. He's ready to get his office painted and get the furniture moved in there, and he's on it. This one, I'm stitching with my friend Pam. She was probably the first friend. She was the first friend that I met through doing this FLOSSTUBE video. She is a good friend of mine's niece, but we never would have met had it not been for doing a FLOSSTUBE video. So again, I encourage anybody that's thinking about doing a FLOSSTUBE video, do it. You will meet the best people. I have some of the best friends ever met from doing this. But me and Pam are working on this. I think Pam's got more done than me. I don't know. Pam, we need to Zoom so we can get caught up on some stuff. This is where I am. I was making pretty good progress on it, and then I just kind of got burnt out. But I love it. I mean, it's beautiful. I love this red on this linen. Oh. I mean, it's Louisa. How can you not love her? If you have done Louisa Coulimore, let me know. Leave me a comment. If you have done a different Bristol Orphanage sampler, let me know what your favorite one was you ever did, because I like this one and I will do another one. Star Quilt, Trees Kogut. I feel like this is the Trees Kogut WIP parade. Welcome to the land of Trees Kogut. This one I'm doing on a 25 count. Yeah, 25 count over 2, because I wanted it to be bigger, because I want to frame it and put it in here. There's so much stitch in those stars, but they're so fun. So fun. Oh. I would put this and do like a star a week, but that's probably all I get done is 1 star a week. I wouldn't get to stitch anything else, because there is a lot of stitching in those stars. Almost done. I'm to the last few bags. This was my friend Pam's birthday start. Cobham House sampler. So, of course I love it because it's on brown. And look at the funky birds. Oh, these birds make me so happy. So, I would not have this done by her birthday this year. Oh. But it would be done. I did get all of the words torn out that I had stitched and restitched with a darker color. Sorry, the lighting is just awful. Oh, I love this. And this brown is so easy to work on. So easy. I did not think it would be. It's Fossil by Picture This Plus. It's so easy to work on. And is it just because I love brown? Could be, but I'm telling you, I have 0 problems with it. 0. Hey, guess what? Trees Kogut. Tilly goat. Look at the little goat. I won't talk about the goats down the street that I love, but there are goats down the street I love. That's all I'm going to say. The Tilly goat. Got the little eye. Little splash on the forehead, so Tilly goat will be a finish one day. But I love Tilly goat. I have her Tilly's house somewhere semi-kitted up too, because I love it. This one I'm stitching with Michelle of 2 Bay Stitchers. This is On Prudence by Plum Street. She has made more progress than me, but I love this for many reasons, and I'm so glad to be stitching this with her. These flowers are so pretty. I'm really ashamed that I don't have more done on this than I do. But I promise Michelle, I'm going to make up for it. Plum Street, Plum Street. I don't count my WIPs. If y'all have counted, I'm not sure I want to know, but it's a lot. It's more WIPs than have been in past WIP parades. And I would say Trees Kogut and Plum Street are making up a vast, vast amount of them. Consider the Lilies, our string samplery. Annie B's just finished either this one or the other one. I saw a video come up and it was the cover photo. So one or the other. I might be 80 when I finish this. Might be 80 when I get all the floss for it. I don't know. I just have a little bit of the border in. And that's all. But a start will one day be a finish. You can have a start without a finish, but you can't have a finish without a start. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This one is such a fun chart to stitch. Elizabeth Hunt. I'm stitching this with my friend Diane. Hi, Diane. She is such a sweet lady. Diane, we need to do some zooms. We need some zooming. She had sent me a list. We're going to start another one together this year. I'm sure me and Pam will start another one this year. I'm sure me and my little other group are going to start a new one this year. Hey, everybody, let me know what we're starting. Oh, excuse me. But this is where I am on Elizabeth. I'm going to say it again. The pink. Oh, so pretty. Berry bowls. Oh, this border is such a dream. A dream, I tell you. Oh. Okay, I think I've got like 3 bags left. This is a good bag. So this is a little bit of spring. This is a sow that me and Jem were hosting. A blackbird. This is not very big. This could get some attention. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Blackbird. You can't go wrong with blackbird either. I would like to know. I'm curious how many like blackbirds I have and how many Plum Street and how many Teresa Kogut's. But if I do that, then I will have to count everything. And I don't know how I will feel about the number of WIPs I have. Is that silly? The next one I'm stitching with Kim, Krista, Renee. Renee? Are you stitching this? Faye Rigsby is stitching it. There's quite a few people stitching this. I love more strong. Blackbird. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Seraphim Sand Dunes. Oh, I love Blackbird. I love Blackbird. I do. Dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. That's what I tell you. Dreamy. Wow, I was going to try to be kind of together, but if y'all could see what's laying around me. Not together. Okay, last bag. Last bag. Let's see what she holds. Oh, this chart is, other than And a Forest Grew, this is the other one that is just, I just cannot get to the end of this. But I am seriously too far in. I mean, I'm all the way down here. I cannot give up on this. My big toe, disturb us, Lord. This is on a piece of 16 count Ada that I coffee tea dyed. I started stitching this because I saw Lori with her name has left me. Oh, anyway, it's another floss tuber. I saw her stitch it and I was like, I must. So I've been waiting forever to get to this section with all the scroll and everything, and then I got to it and I stalled out. But I always get into the rhythm pretty good when I get back into it. It's just actually talking myself into pulling it out. Oh, I can't think of her name. That's going to bug me. Shorts for the post office. She's very tall. Anyway, oh, there was a second piece in that bag. And then the last piece, this is one, I'll say I started stitching it with Kim and Krista, but I think both of them are finished. I wait for the Lord. So I say I'm stitching it with them, but I think they're done. Go figure. Me pulling up the end? No way. No way. I'm stitching this. This is a lakeside, right? Yes, this is a lakeside. My friend Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca, what is the name of this? I have it written down somewhere. Rebecca will know just by looking at it. But I'm stitching it with the MPI. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and it's so fun to stitch. So fun to stitch. Oh, so pretty. All right, so that is all of my WIPs. I'm 99% sure. Unless there's a stray sitting next to a stitching chair somewhere. That is all of my WIPs. I don't know how long this video is right now because I messed up and stopped the very beginning of it. So I am going to pause it and come back and do just real quick my kitted stuff because it's not very much. Since I'm this far into it, I might as well do the other. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay. So, kitted projects. This is kind of, I have a couple more over in another bin, but I didn't pull them out. I just grabbed what was on my shelf right here. So, real fast, and some of these are not on immediate radar. They're stuff that I'd had kitted up quite a while ago. So, I'm not going to unkit them. I know some people do that, but if I think I'm still going to stitch it at some point, I'll leave it kitted. As I said that, I'll probably unkit stuff next week, but it's not my intention right now. So I have Snowman Spangled Banner by Stitching with the Housewives. I have a piece of 32 count charcoal Lagana. Look at that great job of putting my thread in there. But kitted is kitted, I guess. I showed you Quaker's Pride. I'm looking for the fabric, so I need to leave this out because I need to look up that fabric. This, I have a piece of linen. My friend Rebecca gave me. Me and her are both stitching this. Again, what a great job. Rebecca is much more organized than me, and hers will not look like this. But Little House Needleworks America, we're going to stitch this together. Rebecca, we have to do that this year. We keep talking about starting it and other stuff happens. Or maybe she started it and she's just better than me. I don't know. But we have to start this, Rebecca. We have to do it. Have to do it. Oh, I don't have the pattern out for that one, so I'm not going to show you. Plum Street Samplers. Real Comfort. I have a floss. I have a piece of linen that may or may not be because this is Tyco. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the fabric, but I think I can do it maybe on a smaller piece. I don't know. I had a little dilemma over that, if y'all remember. So we'll see. Okay. Next, kitted up. Oh, I don't have the floss pulled for this yet, but I do have the linen. Seraphim Dusty Road. Brenda Gervais. The Coleus and the Pear. I want to do this so bad. So bad. Alright, I have quite a bit of stuff crammed into this little bag right here. So I have fabric, linen, which I think is the called for Channing Street. I love this. I love the idea of it, the thought process behind it, the story, everything, everything, everything. And some people are just stitching what animals they've owned. I'm going to stitch what Annie B's charted. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure. This, I have started kitting. I want to do these. This is ridiculous that I haven't done these. I've talked about it multiple times. Someone else just talked about those in a video not long ago. Hazel, Miss Hazel, love her. I have the fabric. I have a little, this bling is from Socks for Mom. I'm pretty sure, but she did a really good job. It's really pretty. Have the fabric. Miss Hazel. We have to get going. I have to get going on these animal crackers because I love so many of them so much, and she has so many in the works. Look at my little clip. Can you see that? It's dancing sloths. A friend of mine at work got me those because I love sloths. She sends me sloth videos all the time. All the time. Okay. So this is one a friend of mine gave me, Marilyn. It's a gold collection. Look at that snowman. Isn't that pretty? Oh. So pretty. And it was the kit, so it came with everything. She also gave me this one. Just a little puppy dog with his spots. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it. It says a chew. He sneezed his spots off. And she gave me this one because America. America. Love it. And somewhere I have most of the floss for this. It's just in another one by this designer for a sloth that I have. So I was going to share floss. But look at the husky. My little husky babies. They're asleep. They're taking a nap right now. They went out and ran and ran and ran. In Dirty Santa with my husband's family, I got a doggy treat maker. It's kind of like a waffle maker with these little recipes. And I made them some treats the other day. And you would think they were like a drug. A drug, I tell you. Okay, so I don't have the fabric yet for this, but I have my flosses picked out for this one. What is the name of it? Hold on, I'm going to show you a better picture. I want to do this forever, and I don't know why I haven't started it. Salute to Abigail. How can you forget that name, Laurel? Just look how pretty. Oh, I want to do it so bad, so bad. Let's do that bag for something that's already in the works. Okay. I don't know if this has a picture. It doesn't have a picture. I can't really. It's the common threaded stitch that I think it's Hello from Liz Matthews Design. I bought all the stuff. This has been like 3 years ago or something. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This, I should be ashamed of myself. I have the floss. I have the linen. Or the... What is this? It's a Lugana. This was my very first unicorn chart that I just couldn't sleep because I couldn't find it anywhere. I tried multiple times to order it from different places and somebody always beat me to it. And then they put it back out in print. And why have I not started it? I don't know. Should be ashamed of myself. Birds of a feather. Ashamed. Ashamed of myself. Okay, just 2 more bags. Kathy Haberman. Every time I try to say her name on a video, I call her Kathy Barrett. I know the difference between the two. Kathy Barrett just flows out of my mouth. I don't know why. Hands-on design. Kathy. I think it's Haberman. I always say Haberman, but I think it's Haberman. I love these little pillows she did. The triple plays. I like the harvest or the fall one too. But this one I'm obsessed with. I want to do it all on, like, together. 3 together. So I have this 32 count platinum that I plan on stitching those. I want all 3 together and framed. And I have the floss. Yep, I do. Okay, and then my last bag of kitted up stuff. These are the kits that I got this past year in the club from the Silver Needle. I haven't done any of them. But I don't care. I wanted them. I wanted to be in the club, and I have them, so I will be ready. These will probably all be released this year, I would assume. I think they were only exclusive for a year. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it doesn't hurt my feelings that they're going to come out and haven't stitched them yet, because I have them all kitted, so they're ready to go. This is Odds and Ends by October House. It's a little stitching trio. Very, very cute. I like October House. Let me show you that one last because it's my favorite. It's my next to favorite. Friendship Blooms. This is Pansy Patch Quilts. Look at those houses. Look. Oh, love it, love it. Flowers and Friendships. Scarlet House. I don't even have to tell you how much I love them. With it, we got the trim and the pins. This is, try to pull it out. Circle of Friends. This is by Artful Offerings. They show it made into a pillow, which is what I would like to do. We have all the goodies. Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, so cute. This is the one we just got. This is Hello from Liz Matthews, and this is Stitcher's Tree. I like it. I like it. And oh, I just happen to have stuff to make trees. Okay, and then these two are my favorites out of the whole year. This is from Lottie Da, Black and White Pocket. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is my absolute favorite of the whole thing. This is a Stacey Nash Liberty for All sampler. Look at the beautiful colors. I mean, can you even? Can you even? That's all I'm saying. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so that's all I have for today. You're probably sick of looking at me. I have no idea how long this is. I have no idea if I can get it downloaded or uploaded today with all the craziness that I've done, but I appreciate y'all being here. I would love, 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 like, subscribes, all the things. If you are watching this just because I'm curious, if you have watched this to the very end, because I always wonder if I'm just talking to nobody when I get to the end. If you have watched it to the end, leave me some kind of little emoji, a smiley face, a flower, a thumbs up, something, just because I'm curious to see how many people watch to the end. I do hope to be back in 2 weeks with an update video. We do have a baby shower that day, so I don't know, we'll see, but somewhere around 2 weeks I should be back with another update video. And until then, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. All my Zooming buddies, we got to get some stuff scheduled, and I will talk to y'all in a couple weeks. Bye, guys.